What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 25 of my Total Warhammer II modded Arkhan the Black campaign. So as we saw last time, though we searched far and wide for a Skaven battle, we were only able to find one at Mount Arachnos, and it was a fairly easy one at that. I think the last chance will probably be at the Lost Plateau. There is another territory belonging to Clan Moors somewhere, although it's kind of unclear where. It could be this thing, could be somewhere else, but it might die by the time we get there. So if they aren't here, at least we'll be able to attack the dwarves. And I do imagine that this single territory will probably boast a full stack as well as the garrison there. So that should be at least a fairly nice fight for Arkhan, especially as I feel like the dwarves will probably be resistant enough to artillery fire to be able to go on. Now, between the episodes, I did a lot of admin stuff, changing some commandments, building some buildings, moving pretty much every hero and assigning a bunch of points, as well as shoring up our recruitment that's going on. We're almost ready with the Tomb King, or the Tomb Guard army, Tomb King army, the Tomb Guard army. It only needs to recruit a couple more Tomb Guard out of the Springs of Eternal Life, but in reality out of Numos over here, the special Tomb Guard unit out of Numos, and then they just have to book it back here, trade units with this army, and they will most likely be ready to go. In addition to that, our Ushabti army is basically done. It just needs to recruit its 3 specialist Ushabti out of the Black Pyramid of Nagash. And like I said last time, I might get a couple of Hyro Titans in here just to anchor the line, but since we don't have a single 5th tier territory, main settlement, even our starting settlement isn't 5th tier since the beginning of the game, then I guess we're going to have to wait because we can't actually recruit any Hyro Titans. Anyway, everything's done. We're going to end the turn. Let's destroy what remains of Clan Moors over here, and then let's head down to those dwarves. Not so much because I care to bother with them, but I just feel like they might have a good battle, and they might get confederated by Karazakarak. Now between, wait, what is... Warriors of Chaos, Kaldor, you want a defensive alliance? No, we're already trading with you. We're not gonna get anything out of that. Oh, and as this is the 25th episode, once again, a 5th episode in the series, so that's where I annoy and bother everybody, reminding you guys to drop those likes and comments if you're enjoying this particular series, especially as Let's Plays get older and go on with longer episodes, or longer runtime, whatever you want to call it. They are able to manipulate the algorithm a little bit less than, or quite a bit less than the new ones, and then start to compete. And well, you guys know the drill by now. Anyway, Taskmaster for King Wakov. That's pretty good. Campaign movement range for armies. Lord's army. Yeah, thanks. I got that. Alright, Arkhan the Black. There's a confederation between Kurun and Carcassonne, which we don't really care all that much about. Cavalry focus would be lovely if we... I mean, it applies to our... recruit melee cav. Okay, well, we'll do that via Necrosphinx. Or Necroserpents, rather, not Necrosphinx. So this should apply to our Hex Wraiths. Yes, alright. Well, that's lovely. Arkhan, find out what's over here. Let's see if there are actually Skaven in here, or whether it's Trash Garrison again. If it's a Trash Garrison, I'll just auto-resolve and head to the... Well, yeah, it's a Trash Garrison. We're not going to bother fighting that. I'm just going to surround the Lost Plateau just to head down our secondary army here. And just so we can auto-resolve without losing too many units, I just want to attack the dwarves right away next turn. Or 2 turns, because I believe we can't reach it from here. We'll have to go like here and then attack them. But it's okay. They have golden idols in there, and that'll be worth it alone. Kalita. Also have to fight you soon. Oh, and there was a comment last episode that apparently the special building at Nagashazar over here is actually quite powerful for Arkhan in particular, so maybe we'll hold off on destroying the last defenders and just book it through Kalita's territory towards Nagashazar, take Nagashazar, and then go back and return for the last defenders. Anyway, Arkhan, take the Lost Plateau, please. Easy auto-resolve. Wait, did it? Okay, for a second I thought that it became actually harder after we got our second army in here. Auto-resolve, go. Wow, we actually lost... Wow, okay. We lost way more. Really? We wouldn't have lost, like, more than 2 units if we had fought this. Are you serious right now, game? 420? You gotta be kidding me. I know it's auto-resolve, but nonetheless, just a wee bit annoying. Alright, another Storm of Necromancy. It would be nice if those could stack. You're gonna have to spend a couple turns here healing, but hey, at least you leveled up. Kura, what were we getting you, by the way? You already have Packs of Terror, and none of this really benefits anything you have. And we can't get this until rank 20. You're already on your Cambrian War Sphinx. We could get you hard to hit, so you're... Wow, your melee attack. I forgot about that. You know what? Maybe it's not... Maybe it doesn't really affect the War Sphinx that much. It's just surprising. But he is still fairly fragile. I feel like we go... You know what we'll do? We'll go Conqueror and hard to hit. Ignore Blade Master. I won't make that mistake again. Or I probably will, but not for this hero. We do want to get the Hunger, after all. Yeah. Wait, does Bloodlust replace the Hunger, or does it, Huh, it doesn't say replaces the Hunger. Interesting. Wait, so we get both? Swell. Swell. Wait, but doesn't... I swear that Arkhan has it. But I don't think he has the Hunger, does he?
Absolute power.
Wind of Death, no, he has Necro Strike and Tomb Strike, but I feel like he has... an ability that allows him to use something. I guess we'll see next time we fight with him. I swear he had an active ability. It could be something else giving it to him. It's not the other Trickster's Shard, and it's not the Tomb Blade. Spirit Leech, or Syrian, God of the Underworld. You know what? It's not all that important right now. Okay, you know what? Speaking of important, Elixir of Might, we still need that. All the port owners have been discovered, right? Who likes us and who has wine? If Lubaris had had wine, I would have been a little bit upset. Okay, so Karazakarak does not have wine. Guramadi do not have wine. Clan Angrand have wine. Hello. Okay, I'm willing to temporarily align our with Clan Angrand if they wanna... They don't want anything. Damn it. Okay, I'd really like your wine, guys. What if we say we'll declare war on the Crooked Moon Mutinous Gits, and then you give us... Really? You really don't want to give us a trade agreement, buddy, huh? Come on, Belagar. You don't want to give us anything. What if we pay you something as well? Give you, let's say, 8k. And then no, trade agreement. Still low. Freaking useless piece of garbage. Okay, well, maybe if we join war against Crooked Moon Mutinous Gits anyway. I mean, other than that, if that doesn't work, we're just gonna sail one of our new armies over to Sartosa and take it.
My master.
I mean, what are we supposed to do about that, right? More unassigned skill points, though. Let's keep doing that. Oh, I forgot about it. Ooh, yes, finally we get the Air Command Dominance or Persevere. 6 melee attack versus 6 melee defense. For these units and for a Cambrian War Sphinx. Let's see. What do you guys need? I feel like it probably benefit from more melee defense, rather. The Cairn Wraiths, I mean, they don't technically really need the melee defense, do they? And the Whites of Stonewrath Tarn are so incredibly tanky already. Maybe we'll go attack instead, then. Screw it, let's go attack. That's not you, King Kura. I clicked on the wrong person. You. Let's go air attack, dominance. There you go, Aruru. And I was actually going to remove you from this army, but maybe you'll stick around now. You might be useful. Now, the Cambrian War Sphinx. I was going to get a point in here as well, and then I immediately forgot it was going to be... It was going to be hard to hit first. There we go. I didn't even get it last time. Wow. Okay, so that's your points. Unassigned skill point. That's Arkhan. We're saving that point because I don't know what to put it in, since we have such limited points. You're staying where you are, and I think I'm going to stop bothering to control the heroes manually like I've been doing, because there's too many of them now, and it's starting to get kind of annoying. And I don't want to waste too much time on agent spam. I have agent spam PTSD from my Gorok campaign, which was all the way to completion, and there were so many agents by the end, it was just obnoxious. Alright, see what I mean? Hero not moved. Okay, you guys aren't supposed to move, so just stay where you are. And let's see, hero not move. Okay, you guys you're supposed to stay here and identify what's going on. You are a tomb prince. Yeah, I guess send you out here. We'll still need to deal with all of this. And you, the ghouls, huh? Maybe we should just attack attack these guys. Oh no! Watch Belagar take Carrick 8 Peaks before we get there. It seems like he's moving towards it. Damn it! Well, we're not getting wine from him, are we? Oh well. It's not that I really want Carrick 8 Peaks so much. It's just that there's a Book of Nagash there. Oh well. Probably gonna fight the Crooked Moon Mutinous gets either way, so it's not like we're losing anything. The thing there is I feel like this will have to be a cinematic battle, even if it's... Oh, no, never mind. Of course, there's nothing in it. Never mind, we're just gonna attack it. Belagar.
I am Belagar.
Wait, I just said your name, buddy. Relax. Join war against Crooked Moon Mutinous gets... At least give us some cash, if nothing else. Demand payment, about 1,300. Moderate. Really, Belagar? You're starting to annoy me, and I feel like I'm gonna just kill you out of spite. That feels like something Arkhan would do. Alright, 800 money.
Agreed.
Are you happy? Piece of garbage. Alrighty, Death Gorge, attack. Watch there be like 3 full stacks in and out here, but I doubt this faction's that strong. And there we go, this will be an easy auto-resolve. Our new glowing ghouls finally getting... Actually, they did nothing. Wow, what the hell? What the hell happened here? Seriously, what the hell is wrong with the auto-resolve? These 2 units of Crypt Horrors got like all the kills. These 3 got 0 apiece. Same with the regular ghouls, and then same with the Sepulchral Stalkers. Okay, like if the game wanted to say these units are faster, and that's why they got ahead of the ghouls and killed everything, fair enough. Why the hell would these 2 get a lot of kills and these 3 get none? Oh, auto resolve is so freaking broken. Man, okay, occupy. Oh, and we just got 1,500 Canopic Jars. Wait, do we need 1,500 or 1,600? Mortuary Cult. 1,600. Oh, we're close to yet another dynasty. Beautiful. You. What are we gonna get you? You already have Arcane Conduit. We should really move into the Canopic Jars before heading into Powers M and stuff like that. Yeah, keep getting those Canopic Jars. We need to keep making more of them. How many are we getting per turn? 195 minus 50 that we just got. Oh, minus 100 that we just got, rather. Okay, so basically 95 per turn. It's not bad. You can't head into the Black Pyramid in 1 turn, so you're gonna have to head there in the next turn. You, I think, have already moved. And you need to recruit, buddy. There we go. 2 more of these Sphinx Legion units. And there's nothing really else that you can build here that would be useful for this army, especially as I don't know how much space it'll have after all these Tomb Guard that we're going to put in here. So just stick it out as you are. I mean, I don't want to go crazy artillery focus in every single army, right? And Arkhan's army is already pretty disgusting with all those caskets. I just feel like they fit thematically, even if they aren't vampiric units. And yeah, it's going to take a while to... Oh well, that's fine. Settlement upgrade available. We do have some cash. I feel like I wanted to save the cash for something. We could just save it, straight save 20k for the next dynasty. That'll allow us to get it next turn. You know what? Yeah, we'll save it. Save the 20k. Don't spend money on anything. Settlement upgrade, don't care. Just want to double check that you don't need to recruit anything. I mean, you clearly need to recruit some stuff, but not exactly what I meant here. Yeah, what's the best way to do this now that I think about it? Might have to trade some troops and then move you away into the Wizard Caliph's palace. Because you're almost done. Ah, but you need to trade one of the archer troops with the army that's coming in, don't you? Maybe we can meet it halfway with our new army as well. We also have to build that damn Bone Giant. Although I wanted to build the Bone Giants for Arkhan's supporting army with all the artillery that we got going in here. Anyway, it's on the turn. And you I also completely forgot about. Let's send you... Oh, there is an army here. Beautiful. That'll be something for the Ghouls to fight. Hopefully that army doesn't go underway stance and then go to the... go to Galbaraz or something that can't really defend itself so well. Undercity discovered. Mahrak. Okay, let's burn that nonsense down. We need to destroy Clan Morse for good. so that all the Undercities that are probably under our territory can go away. Arguelon and Kuran are no longer fighting. Durthu would never stop fighting. What are you talking about, game? Let's see. Or not anymore, anyway. Spoiler, because he's dead. Let's see. You got 2 turns here. Let's get that other dynasty going. Mortuary Cult, Awaken. Man, all of those canopic jars, but it's okay. More armies means more themed armies. And next one's 2400. It's actually not so bad. I thought it would be 3200. Yeah, we can make that. We can make it. We probably won't save directly for it. The next few canopic jars things will probably get a couple of the extra heroes. And then we'll get all of the heralds, most likely. Oh, getting all the heralds actually gives you heralds empowered, which actually gives us another army capacity. And that only costs 1,750 altogether. So it's about the same, but it also powers up all of our armies. Plus the heralds empowered gives us the recruitment capacity, which is also quite nice. Okay. And wait, 6 turns until a new dynasty. Right. Yeah, we could hold off on the rest of this stuff. Where is this, by the way? Pyramid of King Far. Did I forget a place? Qatar. Oh yeah, it's being built right now. Oh right, Bright Shields, Skeleton Warriors. It'll unlock those, which kind of is an issue. Because my plan was to have this army have all the basic units, but super-powered versions of them. But now there's going to be too many. Between the Bright Shields and the Golden Host of Mahrok, there will be too many to fit in this army, so we'll have to try to think about another way to do this. Especially if we can recruit 6 of these guys. Oh well. Hey, but we get a 10% recruitment rate from that. Anyway, we do need to recruit a temporary lord, because I don't believe we have any of the other legendary lords available right now. And we're going to trade some units either way. So, recruit lord. None of you are legendary, right? None of you look legendary. Why are you 2 are level 5? You're just old. Oh, we don't have a single Lich High Priest. Do we? Ammunition plus 20, Lord's Army. Missile strength plus 5, all units in army. Huh. That's not horrible, is it? If we make it a ranged theme army. But what ranged themed army do we not already have? That's kind of the issue. I guess we could give you Krokagar's Legion instead. But then what the hell do we do with you, Rakash? I was going for that with you. Because you have Cursed Weapons, which applies missile strength as well. I guess that would also apply to artillery, so we don't technically have to go archers here. But this guy's gonna get replaced by a, by one of these lords anyway. In 6 turns, hopefully we have enough, we'll get Thutep. But wait, this will unlock 2. So yeah, you know what? Let's get that Lich High Priest in here. And I guess this is really the... No. Wrong thing. And I guess this is really the only option, isn't it? Wrathful is pretty damn pointless on a freaking High Priest, who is not going to fight in melee. Let's just go with you. Let's see what you can do in terms of your... upgrades. Returned in Madness, charge bonus. Oh, Lich High Priests get no mounts. Well, that's kind of annoying. But they do get to pick... Oh, right, they get to pick 1 out of the 4 lures. We don't have a Lure of Shadow on anybody yet. That's pretty tempting. Oh, these are weaker versions of lures. You don't have arcane conduits. I guess you're not magical enough for that, huh? Well, that's not... Oh, wait, no you do. You have arcane conduit up here. Oh, that's interesting. 5th generation High Priest, research rate, growth of local province, loyal servant of Tahoth. Wait, you have loyal servant of Tahoth, which is plus 3 canopic jars plus canopic jar holder. Huh, okay. But other than that, this is kind of boring. Yeah, honestly, I'm not super into the Lich High Priests. I would have liked if they could get the casket mount like Nehek's, Nehek, the Exiles of Nehek rather. All right, well you're gonna go Lure of Shadow. Do this. And then we'll get that at rank 10. I guess you can have Returned in Madness just for the physical resistance, but I'm not super into it. And I don't know what to do with you here. You know what? You're going to hold on to your 6 points just because I might figure this out eventually. And I might not. You, Arkhan. You're also holding on to your points. But you are not holding on to this location because it should hold on to itself. Now, you can't reach this, right? No, you can't. You can, however, go into raiding stance and raid your own territory. Which will be unfortunate, but not such a big deal. Now, move out here.
My master will return.
Let's see, how far can you go here? Yeah, just go into raiding stance, whatever. Wow, he will not be able to move far in raiding stance. That's okay. We gotta get to those dwarves anyway. You do the same thing. Wow. Go right beside Arkhan, then. Not 50, though, because I feel like it's bugged. You're not going to go into raiding stance, maybe. Raiding stance... No, you'll still heal. Okay, that's fine. And then this place is going to be real unhappy about all this. Let's untax it while we're at it. We can also destroy this. Do we need... We need growth here, but we'll destroy... No, we'll destroy this next turn because we get the +6 movement range. I want to replace this with growth buildings because these are mountains. Are going to be a problem. Alrighty. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to move any more of the heroes. No, hero not moved, hero not moved. Unassigned skill points. That's the Lich High Priest that we just got. I thought I skipped you already. Okay, hero not moved, hero not moved, hero not moved. This is exactly what I mean about the agent spam thing. Alright, and then you start moving up to Karagazgal. Let's go right... Can you cross the river here? Do we have a bridge? There is no bridge. Oh, looks like you can cross it. Well, then you're gonna.
What?
Can you even attack this? Can this guy fight this in the field? Karagazgal appears to have a pretty damn nice garrison. Not sure they can win this. Well, win or not, they're gonna try. Added shields. This guy's using scrap and stuff. Yeah, okay, good. It looks like Belagar is moving in over here instead of towards Caracate Peaks. So that's perfectly fine with me. And I did want to trade units with you, but you can't do that this turn, can you? What's the best way to do this? I'm not entirely sure. Because I wanted to move one... I wanted to trade troops and move one lord here. But I don't think we can trade because we don't have all the necro serpents we need. Oh, actually, I have an idea. Maybe we can. Can you guys trade troops right now? Give this guy your necro serpents. Cancel these necro serpents. Yes. In fact, give this guy these ones as well. Like so. Then, cancel the recruitment of these, and then march stance all the way over here. While this guy stays here and continues recruiting necro serpents. We need 4 Necropolis Knights with not halberds, I believe now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that'll round up. Oh, right, we need one more. Damn, do we have to go 4? Don't make me go 4. I want, or 3 and 3 rather. I want 2 and 4. Please tell me I'm building one of these somewhere. Oh, man. Please tell me there's a level 3. I remember looking about for this in another episode, or might have even been last episode. Really? These things only add 1? They only add 1 capacity? That's a real shame. Also, you two need upgrades. Oh, we can't afford those. I guess we could build it here, but it's going to take 5, 11... Man. It's going to take so many turns before we can get one of these. But we have no choice than to start, do we? Unless there's a building that increases the capacity of basically everything. And that would be the library building, isn't it? Unit capacity +2, but it takes 9 turns to build. Wow, okay. That's clearly not going to happen. And it costs an insane amount of canopic jars as well. Oh wait, it's Eternal Sentinels. The library is the building we'll actually want to build because it powers up everything. Oh man, how are we going to get that last Necro Serpent? I guess we're going to have to go 4 and 4. The other option is to wait until this place is level 5. You know what? Yeah, just go 3 and 3 rather. Go 3 and 3, and then we'll delete 1 when we need to. Where are you? It's just like, I don't feel we need more than 2 Necroserpents with, or Necropolis Knights. Necroserpents are both the Sepulchral Stalkers and Necropolis Knights, but I don't feel like we need 2 Halberdier types. Because they're inferior to the regular type, the anti-infantry type, because they don't have as many uses. Anyway, that's it for you guys. Damn. That was way too much thinking about that. Don't worry, we're still going to get the dwarf battle. I just had to make sure I had a somewhat of an idea what I was doing with the dwarf army. In fact, you also stop. You need to recruit your last 3 Ushabti. There we go. Oh, really? Damn you, recruitment. It's going to take you 8 turns to do that just because of this. That's infuriating. Why is local recruitment capped at 2? What the hell is this? I really need a building or a tech, and I know that the Herald's Empower gives us this tech, but we just don't have the Canopic Jars for it yet. A shame. Okay, you are going to be done in 2 turns. Nobody's global recruiting anything right now, but I don't think anything is summonable in 1 turn in global recruitment anyway, so it'll probably not be worthwhile. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's end the turn, and let's head towards those dwarves. Oh, you guys need to stop moving.
Protect my vision.
Yeah. You're all spying on Lamia, and Lamia's still plagued up, and so is Granite Massif. I'm really curious if this actually hurts those units. You know what? Maybe we can select these armies and see if they're damaged. Raiding in the Lost Plateau. Oh yeah, that's us. That's us raiding ourselves. Dreadfleet, just stop, okay? Just leave us alone. You're not trading enough for you to be worthwhile. Khalid's now... Wait, what? We're improving, but there's a down red arrow here. What are you talking about, Khalida? I'm gonna die anyway. Hopefully the plague doesn't affect her, because I would like to get some nice fights against her faction before wiping out all the Tomb Kings other than the Exiles. Alright, Crooked Moon Mutant Skitsy gonna attack us? No, you are not, or at least not yet. Troll Skulls, yeah, okay. Arkhan. Head over and near to Karak Zorn. Let's see what we're looking at here. Aha, wait, what? Oh, please don't tell me this faction is broken as well. Don't you do it, game. No, okay, they have a full stack here. Oh, thank you. We might be able to fight them in the field. Although this army will probably move away and prevent us from doing it. Whatever, we'll find out next turn. In the meantime, you guys move in here and raid. You are still losing public order. We're going to change you to... You know, we should probably give you the public order building as well. Because the corruption is kind of hurting you. And just go for public order instead of... Oh, we already have the growth here. We need growth here instead. Do we really destroy this? Yeah, just destroy it. Okay, unassigned skill points. You know what? I'll deal with all the unassigned skill points between episodes. Hero not moved, hero not moved, hero not moved. Settlement upgrade available. We'll deal with some buildings in a second. I just want to get past all the damn heroes and the points. Yeah, see, this is all the administration I like to do between the episodes. Hello. Oh, damn, we have a choice now. Do we fight this with the ghouls in the field today, or this episode, or do we fight the dwarf battle? And I know I've been hyping up the dwarf battle, but I feel like this one might be more fun, because the Sepulchral Stalkers will be able to fight the Boar Boys. We'll have some nice duels for walk-off, and this army is a little bit weaker than all of our other armies, so it generally makes for funner fights. You know what, yeah, we're gonna do this. As long as... You know what, there's probably other stuff I have to do, but it'll mostly be administrative stuff, so let's just attack.
All shall perish.
All shall perish indeed. Oh, wow. The balance of power is very, very much in our favor, but I feel like it could be lying. These guys aren't in March stance, and they have some pretty darn decently statted out heroes. Nubzub. What do you have? Skarsnik's Death Juice. 66 and 52 versus 65 and 62. But considerably less armored. I'd love to see the duel between you. You actually hit a little bit harder than Walkout does, and you've got charge, and you've got the poison attacks. You're a melee expert. But Walkoff is anti-infantry, whereas this guy's cav. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Let's do it.
Rise.
Alrighty, here we go. The Ghoul army once again faces off against a reasonably threatening foe. We've had the Beastmen, we've had the Dwarves, and now we are going to have Goblins, although there are a suspicious number of Orcs in this primarily a Goblin army. That's okay. Who needs Warcraft, Orcs, and Humans when you have Warhammer, Ghouls, and Goblins, right? Alright, so in fact, speaking of Ghouls, we do have our first battle with the Regiment of Renown of the Glowing Ghouls. Let's see how they look. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I like the... Are they supposed to be Warpstone infected? Or are they just some sort of plague ghouls? They don't look like shards of Warpstone. I really like this particular model. Good job to whoever made this color scheme for these guys. It's a lot neater looking than the regular Crypt Ghouls, although these guys do certainly still have their charm. They render really close though, like, what is this? That's a little bit bizarre, I gotta admit. So I guess you gotta watch them really up close. Otherwise, half of them are blue. Anyway. So this is going to be a choke point battle like the Dwarven battle. I don't know that that's actually a good thing for us, because once again we will not be able to bring the mobility of our army to bear. The enemy do have 5 units of Orc Boar Boy Biggins, and more importantly they have 4 heroes. We don't really have a good answer for enemy heroes, because we don't really have anybody who's good at killing them other than Wadkoff. I guess a unit of Crypt Horrors could technically surround them and kill them, but... that could be iffy. Oh wow, the scrap modified Orc units actually have this under their HP bar. That's kind of interesting. I feel like the map's gonna get cluttered if it does that, but I suppose if some scrap modifications are pretty important, I guess it's good to know what exactly they do. But then you'd have to know what the symbol means, wouldn't you? Regardless, let's speed this up a little bit. We are going to move all the way up because we're the ones attacking them, so they are just going to sit here and let us do this, and they don't have artillery either. They do have a couple of range units in these Night Goblin Archers who will be fairly threatening to our regular Crypt Ghouls, and here we go. We're going to send about half of our Crypt Ghouls out this way and the other half out this way. Mostly, we're going to send almost all of our Crypt Horrors this way, though, and then we'll send one here to take care of, hopefully, or at least tie up the enemy lord. In the meantime, we are first going to get our mass of Sepulchral Stalkers moving up. You can see all this Necro Serpents coming out of the desert, or I suppose the Badlands here, and they're going to line up and get some of their poison shotguns in. Gotta love that effect. Look at that unit. That poor Night Goblin unit. Wow. A single volley, essentially, it just turned them all to paste. Gotta love that. And that was only with the 3 units. The other unit, the Regiment of Renown, is actually solo attacking these Night Goblin Archers, and they are also having a pretty darn bad day. So yeah, I'm pretty on board with the Sepulchral Stalkers. I feel like I'm going to get some of them into another army as well. Plus, that's just their range shot. They're also halberds, so they're quite good at fighting cav like the boar boys that we have coming in here, and we are going to shoot upset boar boys with the poison shotguns once again. So they're going to come in. Hopefully we can just delete this unit. They're at closing on 50% HP, though I suppose when the enemy lords hit us we won't be able to fire anymore, but that's still looking pretty good. The main line here is also just about ready to engage with the mass of Crypt Horrors and Crypt Ghouls approaching the enemy. There we go, and the two are charging each other. We can see the shotguns still going back here. The enemy boar boys have dropped just below 50% HP here. And here we go, Crypt Horrors in. This guy wants to jump, unlike all his fellas. And oh, we got a couple more jumpers. There we go. Wow, the orcs are pretty damn big. I mean, look how they tower over the tiny little ghouls, and then look how they... Look how the Crypt Horrors tower over them, but yeah, still pretty tall compared to the Crypt Horrors. Damn. Because of the hunched way that the Crypt Ghouls stand, they're what, nearly goblin size? That's pretty tiny. Alrighty, so there we go. It looks like the enemy Orc Boar Boy unit is actually going to get destroyed here before it can approach the Sepulchral Stalkers. Of course, the enemy are going to bring in more reinforcements. They do have a Snotling Pump Wagon over here, as well as all of their other Orc Boar Boys. But it's the heroes that we really need to get past, because we can't waste shots on them, because they don't do enough single target damage, I believe, or at least not to smaller entities like this. Against a bigger entity like a dragon or a giant, I feel like they could still do a lot of damage, but they need to target masses of troops, I feel. Anyway, let's get back to this. It looks like one of the enemy units was deleted already. It was an Orc Boar Boy Biggin unit, but we did get off several casts and are going to continue. I believe that is a Foz Protection, or is it a... Yeah, it's a Foz Protection upgraded, in fact. Just trying to keep our units real healthy. And now, one of the reasons that I spread out the... one of the reasons I spread out our Glowing Ghouls, our new unit... I keep wanting to call them a Regiment of Renown, but... no. They have the application of, I believe it's Warpstone Scorch or something like that. So you want them to apply it in various parts of the battlefield. You don't want to group them together, because they're applying that while the regular ghouls are applying their poison and their lethal poison. So yeah, you gotta get all of these debuffs on the enemy. In fact, speaking of debuffs, we got the Helm of Discord and the Tormentor Sword going on the enemy at the same time. That's minus 46 melee attack just from that, and not counting all the debuffs that the various poisons and such apply. So that's pretty damn good. The main line should hold quite well here. Now, over back to where the lords are here, you can see them completely surrounded in a giant pile of writhing snakes. But the snakes don't do so much damage to them. You can see their HP is actually still quite high, despite being completely surrounded by monstrous infantry. The Goblin does break, but the Goblins do have pretty darn terrible leadership in the first place, so that's not surprising. We are going to actually move the Necroserpents out of here in a few seconds, because they just don't deal enough damage to this to make it worthwhile to use this many units for this. And the Crypt Horrors can stay and take care of that. We can see some Night Goblin Fanatics going into one of our units of Crypt Ghouls, the regular ones, and some of them do appear to be... well, a bunch of them are knocked down. I don't know how many of them are actually dead, because they all appear to be getting back up, if bloody. Now, one of the dangerous things about this is the enemy Cav. Cav is really, really great on the charge against the poor Crypt Ghouls. We've seen this happen before, where an enemy Cav unit absolutely obliterates a Crypt Ghoul unit on a single charge. So that's very, very dangerous. It's not like pump wagons come in, but they're not actually as threatening, I feel, as the Orc Boar Boy Biggins are. Because that's going to be a nasty charge, and is not a lateral charge, and is going to go right into the glowing ghouls. But I feel like at the end of the day, their numbers are going to tell a lot more than the Snotling pump wagons, especially as the Sepulchral Stalkers move in, and they can rip these things apart with their anti-large halberds. There we go. I like how as they move in, they just poke the enemy with the halberds. And alright, writhing pile of serpents, moving on. Gotta try to protect our ghouls from the various charges over here. In the meantime, one of our units of ghouls is going to go chase down this Night Goblin Archer unit, simply so it doesn't come back. Back here, we can see the enemy heroes are still going strong. This one's routing, but we saw it route and it'll come back. These guys are not taking too much damage at all, and I believe I'm going to send in one of these Crypt Ghoul units to help out. Over here in the main side of the battle, let's get back to this. We're still doing pretty good. I mean, we have 4 full units of Crypt Horrors here. In fact, I feel like if we had just sent the Crypt Horrors here, they would have done a great job, and we wouldn't have, we didn't really need the rest of these ghouls. A, because they're not doing much here, partially because they're blocked by the Crypt Horrors, and B, the Crypt Horrors don't really take too much damage at all. Like, you can see their HP is very, very high, so they're just fine. I might actually get maybe a couple more units of regular Crypt Horrors instead of regular Crypt Ghouls in here, just because the Crypt Ghouls are so damn fragile, and they do keep getting wrecked as compared to the Horrors, which is not surprising. Then again, it's also up to the type of army we fight, right? Like, they're not going to get killed by a goblin unit. The crypt ghouls are still damage dealers, even if they do take some damage in reprisal here. You can see these guys have dropped to, what, maybe 65, 70% HP? I'd say 70. And that's primarily, it appears, from the goblins attacking them in the flank. And you can see even more of these guys moving, and I primarily wanted to shore up this little gap that opened up once these crypt horrors pushed through. Now you can see the ghouls that were fighting the enemy cav are the ones that have gotten the most beat up. These ones are at half HP, and these ones are a little over. And interestingly enough, you can see the enemy pop their Wa at basically the same time that we got our first Realm of Souls, or nearly the same time anyway. And I feel like we still have the Realm of Souls healing going on from the first activations, just that we're starting to take a lot of casualties to our ghouls. This is the unit of ghouls in particular that is facing the most damage. I guess this one as well, but this one's kind of surrounded and stuck. It has boar boys on every side. So it can't really get away except by running this way, and then the boar boys can chase it down. I do try to get the Necro Serpents or the Sepulchral Stalkers to go and support these guys. You can see them moving in, but they are being blocked fairly well by the boar boys as well. It's a fairly even fight between the Cav and the anti-Cav, unfortunately, which is not exactly what you want. But of course the Sepulchral Stalkers are dual role in that we saw how effective they were against all those clumped up units earlier, and using their range power. If we had sent more ghouls out here, I could have perhaps sent in some more Sepulchral Stalkers around to use their range damage, but didn't turn out to be the case, unfortunately. Now, King Walkoff, in the meantime, has been dueling the enemy Warlord this entire time, who's on his squig. But King Walkoff's not really afraid of him. He can 1v1 him fairly well. Our giant pile of ghouls here in the center with our caster support has definitely won. We had those Foz protections going, and we have routed the vast majority of the enemy units. Unfortunately, one unit of crypt ghouls, I believe that was the one that was getting flanked here, did take quite a lot of damage and is now in debilitated, crumbling state. This one is also quite damaged, but is not debilitated. And then finally, the one that I was talking about that got stuck here, I did try to order it away by via the J key, but it didn't want to go there, and it for some reason didn't want to run out there, and it looks like it's going to crumble away. It is really unfortunate about the crumbling effect that the units just die like that, but hey, that's what you have to take with playing these undead factions. They're still my favorite. And there we go. Let's watch the Necro Serpents continue to go to work here. The Sepulchral Stalkers, rather. Once again, I'm going to keep using those terms interchangeably. And it looks like all the boar boys are running. This appears to be the last unit that is still in the fray. This last unit of Night Goblins is running away now. Oh, a unit of archers is coming back, but I expect not for long. And you can certainly see how much damage the Sepulchral Stalkers, especially the Regiment of Renown, is dishing out. Seeing lots of corpses on the ground over here. Lots of dead ghouls as well. But the Eyes of the Desert are very, very much coming out on top. Now, over here, we've had our Crypt Horrors fighting the entire time, and I actually did have to move that Glowing Ghoul unit in to help. This Goblin Big Boss, very impressively, was able to kill several of the Crypt Horrors and dish out 50 HP damage, although probably not by himself, as the other heroes did damage to this unit as well before this one routed, and before this one got completely surrounded by the Glowing Ghouls, but nonetheless, good job, Orc heroes. I didn't expect that amount of effectiveness from the AI heroes here, and they did tie up 2 of our units, although I suppose that's 3 slots that the enemy had to use just to tie up said units. It is one of the Crypt Horror units as well. Anyway, I believe this battle is over. We are going to chase down some of the Orc boar boys, but there goes the chain route, and these ones are the last out. We're going to chase them down as much as we can, because we will have to destroy them next time. And there we go, another Orc boar boy goes down to one of these halberd strikes. There we go. Hey, you know, I'm really digging the Sepulchral Stalkers, and I feel like they work well with the Ghouls. The only thing the Ghouls are missing is a couple more tanks, I think, which is my reasoning for probably or maybe trying to get a couple more Crypt Horrors in there. We'll see. Unfortunately, that unit that was debilitated and was stuck here did once again try to run out, but also at the end of the day succumbed to their crumbling effect and did disintegrate, so we will have to get that one unit back. But unit of Crypt Ghouls should be fairly easy to recruit, especially as we do have our Crypt Ghoul recruitment special building nearby, as it does, I believe, allow regular Crypt Ghoul recruitment as well as the special unit. And there we go, this entire Orc Boar Boy unit looks like it's going to get chased down by our, I keep wanting to say Necroserpent Sepulchral Stalkers. Oh, or do they survive? Let's see, they got out with 4 units. Is that enough for the unit to live? I don't believe so. One of the other units might survive today, like this one definitely gonna. I wish that this Sepulchral Stalker unit had caught up to them as well, but it looked like only the Crypt Horrors managed to do it. That's okay, still got plenty of kills over here. Let's speed up through the rest of this, don't need to see the rest. Unfortunately, several of the heroes also were able to get out, but that's not surprising at all. They were really hard to catch. I think one of them died, but I'm not entirely sure. King Walkoff also won his duel, but he is so damn slow compared to the entirety of this army. There's absolutely no point in chasing the enemy. All he can do is duel their lord and basically sit there, because he's going to take like an hour to reach the other side of the map. But there we go, a close victory. It says we certainly did suffer some casualties, but I really enjoyed that fight. Alrighty, there we go. That was a really fun battle. I really enjoyed that. I think one of the best things about the Ghoul army is that the Ghouls are so fragile because it makes the battles a lot more fun. Unfortunately, it does force us to re-recruit units that we lose, like this one set of Ghouls that got wrecked by that unit of Boar Boys. I take it that was this one that got the 147 kills. Very nice there. I absolutely got to give the MVPs to our sets of Sepulchral Stalkers, especially the Regiment of Renown. 27k damage, very nice. Incomparable to everybody, although this one unit of... I don't know, these units did pretty well. 20k, 15k, 15k, not as good as 27k, but still. 27,000 rather. Yeah. Sorry, Ghouls. You guys are dead. Sepulchral Stalkers did great. Took some great pot shots there with their poison shotguns and got us some stuff. Now, we will have to go with replenishment this time because we do have to destroy this army still, as it will move away. Hopefully it won't move closer to the... It will move closer to the settlement. Now, that's interesting. Can we reach it from here? Looks like we can reach it from here. Okay. Now, would we be able to take the fight to them and destroy the remnants of this army, which I do note still has some Boar Boys, as well as the garrison in Karak Azgal? The problem with this is that the garrison won't die. All of the units that will rout will remain alive. They got an extra 2 units of Boar Boys in here. I don't really care about the biggins. Sure, they could do a lot of damage to our Ghouls, but I feel like the Crypt Horrors are better. Although, as we learned in that battle, the Orky heroes can be pretty nasty. The ones that managed to kill several of these Crypt Horrors and then take them down to half HP. I was pleasantly surprised by the Orcs there. And those heroes are still alive. Not super alive, but alive enough to do some damage. Alright, obviously we don't have time to fight that or think about fighting it this time. We'll have to deal with that at the start of next episode, or with the dwarves to mix it up. I don't know yet. We'll figure that one out. Definitely gonna be some nice battles next episode, though. Either way. I fear the dwarf battle won't live up to the hype after the ghoul battle, especially considering that I was expecting a full stack here, and there isn't one. So, a single, not even full, almost full stack of dwarves. Yeah. They're not gonna survive the artillery, are they? I mean, we could sit here and let them build up their army, but that's a waste of time. We have to head out to dealing with Khalida and stuff, so we will probably do so. So anyway, as I said, calling it here, going to do all of the administrative stuff with all of those points I skipped, assign all of those, build a bunch of buildings, do all the other stuff like move the heroes and any other boring stuff, and then next time when we come back, lots of battles. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback in regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and a comment to support the channel. It really, really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.